Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. So we have Bryan Adams here with a song called On the Road, and he can't wait getting back there. So this one is a classic Bryan Adams rock song here, and very easy to play. We don't need any capo here for this one, and only 4 chords to handle. So let's start with those chords. First one is here on the F sharp minor, like this. And you need to bar the 2nd fret here, all strings. And the rest will be 4th on A and 4th on D. And what you actually need from these chords are the bass strings here. These, you can say E, A, and D. That's what you need from the F sharp minor, okay? Next chord will be B, like that, okay? So you will bar the 2nd fret still here. This time only from the A string and down, so 5 strings. And the rest will be 4th on D and 4th on G. And normally when you take B here, you will even have the 4th on B here. But the same case with this chord here, you will only need the 3 bass strings here. So for that, it's enough to just hold the 4th on D and 4th on G here. So that is what you need. Okay. Then the next chord will be G. So here we have 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and the 3rd E. And the final chord will be D. So open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 2nd E. Okay, so a big part of this song is this riff here, or this melody, or whatever you want to call it. Sounds like this. Okay, like that. So this is a shift between the F sharp minor and the B. And that's the thing I talked about here. You only need the bass strings for this one. So I'm gonna show you now how it's done. So you will hammer like that. So 3 times on the F sharp minor. Okay, 3 downs. Then you're gonna play just 1 open on the open A string. Okay, like that. Okay. Then you go down to the B chord here and you play the same there. So 3 downs on the B. And you play the open A. And that's it. And then you go back. So this one will roll like this, back and forth. F sharp minor to B. Okay? So slowly. Yeah. So that is how it's done. So when you play downs on this chords here, you want to include at least 2 strings or even 3 here for each chord, the bass strings. And then when you play the open, you try to just play the open A, and then you go and play the bass strings for next chord. So that is how it's done here. You're gonna play this part here. That is 1 round. You're gonna play that for 8 rounds in the intro. Okay, and then starts the first verse, getting back on the road. That's where we are. Okay, you will continue this melody here for another 8 rounds. Okay, so 1, 2, like this. All right, so 8 rounds of that. So when you finish this 8th round, you will finish on this one. Then you just hit 1 down on the F sharp minor. And that starts the pre-chorus. So just 1 down on this one, like this. The pre-chorus starts on the road again. So 1 down on F sharp, and then it's just a vocal part. He just sings here. Since I can't remember when, it's back to the music where I know I can lose it. And when he sings lose it, you just hit 1 down on the G, just on the bass string here. So you go to the G chord and hit just 1 down on the bass string. This one, right? and that is the pre-chorus. So just one down on F sharp minor in the beginning, and there's a vocal part here, and you end with the one down on the G. Then you still have this G here ready for the chorus, and the chorus starts on the road, I'm ready to explode. And yeah, so this one we need to learn a strumming to handle. Okay, so very easy. It will be down, up, down, up. And on the last or the second down, you want to make some kind of mark there. You want to emphasize this one. So it sounds like this. Okay, so down, up, 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 down, up. Right. So how you do that? It's like I said many times before on this channel. I believe it's the easiest way is to just play shorter downs and ups for the rest, but for this one you want to emphasize, you go more or full down or full up or whatever you want to emphasize here. In this case is down, up, this one, the second and the last down in the strumming. So the strumming round will be just down, up, like that. Okay, so that means you're gonna play 4 rounds of strumming for G, then 4 rounds for D, then back to 4 rounds on G and 4 rounds on D. Okay, so far we're about half into the chorus. So on the road, on the road. Okay, and then comes in the lyrics through the wind and the rain. So you'll continue here, the G and D alternating here, but this time from here on you will just do one strumming round for each chord. So through the wind on G, one down, or sorry, one strumming, and the rain, one strumming for D, and then through the wild, back to G, here again, back to D, one time, there's nothing, you play one G, we can do, you play the D one time, and then when, one G, I'm on, one D, the road with you. Okay, and then starts this melody here again for 2 rounds. All right, so just to repeat all this here, from the beginning of this course you will play 4 strumming rounds for G, then 4 for D, and back to 4 for G and 4 for D. Okay, so 4, 4, 4, 4, and then starts this one for each chord, and you will play 1 G and then 1 D. If you look at that as one chord progression, 1 G, 1 D, you will do that for 4 rounds. So 2, 3, 4, and then you are at the end of this course where you start to play 2 rounds of, and then starts the next verse. Okay, so the next verse in the lyrics, set my sails and make my plans. Okay, so here you will play in exact same way as the first verse, only difference here is you're just gonna play it for 4 rounds instead of 8. So 4 rounds of this melody here for the second verse. And then comes the second pre-chorus, played in the same way, just a touch here on the F sharp minor bass, and you end the pre-chorus with just a touch on the G. And then comes the second chorus, played in the same way as the first chorus. Okay, so after the second chorus comes a solo part. Okay, so this solo part will be the melody here. You will play that for 4 rounds. So if you see the ending of the first chorus with 2 rounds of melody, you will just take that away from this second chorus and instead play 4 rounds of melody, and that will cover the solo parts. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you. So instead of 2 rounds in the end of the chorus, you can say you play now 4 rounds of the melody, and that will include the solo parts. Then comes the next pre-chorus, the third one I believe, played in the same way as the other pre-choruses. And then comes a third chorus. This third chorus is a bit different. It starts with just a vocal part here, so no need to play the strumming for G, this 4 Gs. That's just a vocal part here on this third chorus, and then starts the strumming on the next chord, the G chord, 4 downs on that, then 4 downs, strummings for G and 4 strummings for D. And that is the only part that is into this third chorus, okay? So just vocal part in the beginning, then 4D, 4G, 4D. Then comes another solo part, and that will be 4 rounds of the melody. This part, 4 rounds. And then it ends here with an outro on the road again, and that will be 4 rounds again of this melody. So that will end this tutorial here. The thing here is to really practice this melody here that makes up for a big part of this song here. So once you get that, the rest is pretty easy. Just downs and ups with the strumming for G and D, and that's it. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Bryan Adams on the road, and see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe here, guys, and yeah, play tuned.